Work. Work should feel like play. If you have received the work card in your reading, it's telling you that you need to turn something that is maybe feeling like an obligation, or it's literally your job, your work, or some kind of task, some kind of goal that you're working towards, things that you work on, a creative process or creative project. It could be anything that requires effort and you're trying to accomplish something or make someone happy with what you've done. It's got to feel like play. You got to make it fun. Because if you're not, then it's like, it's a drag. It's a drag on your energy. It's like the drag in your life is, oh, I gotta go to work. I gotta go to work. Ugh, I don't want to go to work. You know, I felt like that before, and I know a lot of other people feel like that as well. And so sometimes in life you have to do jobs you don't want to do, and it's the universe's way of saying, here are some skills, and sometimes the learning process is kind of boring, but you're getting paid for it, you know, like that kind of thing. So if you have a job you don't like, or even if it's something that you do like, but you are at a particular, you know, aspect of your job, or a certain part of the creative process that is challenging or boring and repetitive, you still have to find a way of making it fun, whether it's like playing music or making a game out of it, or, you know, the worst job I had, or I should say the most boring and repetitive and strange job that I ever had, was at a survey place. It was like a telemarketing or call center where we would call people and say, do you want to do a survey about your local grocery store? And I would have to ask all these questions, and they were very, you know, robotic. You had to say it just like this. And you would call so many people and they wouldn't answer, they wouldn't do it, and it was horrible. And that's my cat, by the way. Hi, Tammy. But anyway, I can be what some would call a little ADD. So it was difficult for me to do that job. And the way that I got it through it, because in that moment of time, I had no choice. I needed money, and so I had to work at this job until I found out something else that I could do, you know. And I would draw 60 circles, and each minute I would fill in a circle, because it's kind of fun to fill things in. It's fun to color. And so that's how I would pass the time and make it interesting to me. And so there's always ways of making even the most horrible thing like a game or some kind of playful quality. If it's something that's a little more enjoyable, but maybe you're just coming up against like resistances or fears of, you know, fear of success or something like that, then you just connect with the part of you that is like a child who would look up to what you're doing now and think it was really cool. You know, like if you're a cashier when you're 8 is kind of cool. A waitress is kind of cool. A bus driver, you know, whatever. So just kind of looking at it from a more innocent, playful perspective, and then also taking advantage of the connections, the people that you interact with, and letting your interactions be light and open and positive. That can also make work feel more like a play date rather than a work day.
Metaphysics.